Estou aqui num lugar muito interessante, que é um repositório de testemunhos marinhos, em Gif, perto aqui de Paris, na França. E eu costumo brincar que os testemunhos marinhos são diários da Terra, né? E aqui seria a biblioteca, onde ficam armazenados esses registros que a gente coleta aí no fundo do oceano, para entender o passado do nosso planeta. Então vem comigo conhecer esse lugar, que esse aqui é bem especial mesmo.
So I'm Aline Gauvin. I'm a CNRS researcher working at the LSCE, which is the Climate and Environmental Research Institute in France. And we are based in Gif-sur-Yvette. It's a small city southwest of Paris. And here we are in our core repository. So that's the place where we store our marine and also continental sediment cores. It's a place that is quite unique in France and in the world. It's a huge core repository, more than 800 square meters, and we have more than 40,000 core sections here, and most importantly we have more than 20 kilometers of sediment cores.
Oh,
so it's an amazing place actually. It's very different to the core repository that you might see in other institutes in France or in Europe, because it's a natural place. There is no air conditioning system here in this core repository. We are actually in the cellar of what we call the castle of the CNRS campus. So it's an old house that has been built more than 2 centuries ago, and it's in the cellar. So we have above our head here, we have 2 meters of earth, which keep perfect condition in a natural way for the storage of our sediment cores. So basically what we aim for is to have a constant temperature in the core repository through the year, so even between winter and summer. And above all, we have a quite high humidity rate, between 80 and 90%, which is perfect for the conservation of the sediment cores. So maybe we can walk a bit around the sediment core repository.
So how long this place has been used as a repository?
For decades. I would say 40, 50 years.
Okay.
The oldest, we can go there, the oldest sediment cores that we have here, they date back from the early 70s. 70s,
okay.
You will see that they are much smaller in terms of diameter,
okay.
But they are that's the one with the orange caps that we see here. And
this is the main repository in France?
You have, so that's the biggest one in Paris region. In France, you have some other but smaller one in near Marseille and in Bordeaux. But clearly that's the biggest one in France. It's probably one of the biggest in Europe as well, and the only one with natural conditions.
Perfect.
And so here, for example, you have some of these oldest cores. This one date back from the 1980.
Okay.
So as I was saying, the diameter is smaller. So now that means we have, for example, here we have bigger. The diameter here of the sediment core, they are 10 centimeters, so they are bigger. That means we can do some more analysis on the same sediment cores. And the big advantage of having such good storing condition is that now we can even work on sediment cores that date back here from 1988, and they are still good. We can still work on them as if they had been taken a few years ago.
That's amazing. And you have a working half and archive half.
Yeah, exactly. We still have, it's still the same type of handling on deck than what it used to be, except that now we are also working in English and not only in French.
Okay, perfect, amazing. And you can open the.
So we have several. We have several systems to open the sediment cores. Actually, most of the sediment cores, the highest proportion of sediment cores that we have here, they are marine sediment cores. And these marine sediment cores most of the time they are open on board on the ship.
Okay.
But some of them, for some reason, couldn't be open on board, or some continental sediment cores are not open. So we have some facilities that the newest one, with which we have a few issues. So we are still actually using the old system. Okay.
Então, olha só que legal, né? Aquele lugar que a gente acabou de ver ali embaixo, ele fica debaixo desse gramado aqui, 2, 3 metros de solo em cima, que faz com que ele tenha aquelas condições estáveis ali de temperatura e umidade ao longo do ano. E aí eles economizam, não precisam gastar energia elétrica com aparelhos para manter a umidade, a temperatura constante, né? Olha só que interessante, né? Juntaram uma construção aqui do século XVIII com essa possibilidade de um estudo super novo, né? Isso é uma coisa bem interessante aqui, né? Essa possibilidade de juntar coisas antigas com coisas novas. E é isso, se você gostou desse conteúdo, considere se inscrever aí no canal e compartilhar com alguém que pode se interessar também. Te vejo no próximo vídeo.